Are you the type of person that plans your day the night before? How often do you wake up in the morning, ask yourself how you feel, and then go about planning your day? Often we do have work expectations or obligations that when we do push ourselves to do them, we do actually feel better. When asked, how are you feeling today? Have you ever thought about saying, optimal? I'm well rested, well fueled, and ready to go. I don't know that I ever have, but I'm learning about optimal arousal. There's mental, emotional, physical, and sensory arousal. We need enough mental arousal to be able to read a book or listen to a lecture. We need emotional arousal to be able to converse with a 2-year-old. We need physical arousal to get ourselves up a big set of stairs, and we need sensory arousal to be able to take in the world. When we first wake up in the morning, our attention is limited and our arousal is low. This is typically why caffeine is a staple in most people's morning routines, because our eyes are adjusting back to being open and our minds back to being on. So when we start to perk up, we become more alert, and with better focus, we're able to direct our energy outward in order to carry out tasks almost seemingly effortlessly. But when the arousal continues throughout the day beyond what the task demands, we remain alert and heightened, which our bodies are doing so by releasing stress hormones. And this is usually helpful when we need that energy boost, but when we don't, our hearts continue to pump, our lungs continue to constrict, our stomachs continue to churn, and eventually we can't relax and information processing quits. And if this alarm system is continuously falsely triggered, it can lead to distress or disease in our immune system and other vital organs. So, what's optimal? First, only you can know what optimal feels like, and this relates to all sensation. So optimal lighting, some people like dim rooms, some people need bright rooms. Optimal sleep, some people say they feel well rested after 5 or 6 hours, whereas other people might need 9 or 10. Optimal eating, some people like to eat 5 small meals a day while others prefer 2. And these things are also affected by outside influencers like the time of the day, potential fatigue, the state of your mind, expectations, previous experiences, and your motivation. So our bodies have their own separate rhythms. Did you know that every 90 minutes we alternate which nostril we're breathing through? So scientists have found that when the left nostril is open, the right hemisphere of the brain can dominate, which processes visual and spatial information, and this allows us to be creative and be in touch with our emotional side. Versus when the right nostril is open, our left hemisphere can dominate, which processes verbal and analytical material, and this allows us to have rational thought. So as the brain dominance alternates throughout the day, this is why at one point we might feel eager to learn something, and at another we might feel more like plopping on the couch and listening to some music. So today I'll demonstrate 2 exercises. The first is called alternate nostril breathing, similar to what I described before about each hemisphere of the brain being responsible for controlling certain performance. Each hemisphere of the brain is also responsible for our arousal and relaxation systems in our body. So researchers believe that when the right nostril is open, the left hemisphere controls the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for arousal, versus when the left nostril is open, the right hemisphere is dominating, which controls our parasympathetic nervous system, or our calming mechanism. So by breathing through both nostrils, we attempt to balance the system, balance arousal with relaxation. I'm going to demonstrate alternate nostril breathing now. We're going to attempt to achieve a ratio of 1 to 4 to 2, but don't push yourself to the point of exhaustion or feeling faint. So first take your right thumb and close your right nostril. Exhale completely through the left. Next, inhale through the left nostril for 3 seconds. Close both nostrils and hold at the top for up to 9. Next, open the right nostril and exhale for the count of 6. Inhale for 3. Close and hold. And exhale for 6. That is a demonstration of 2 cycles. Ideally, you would perform this for up to 20 to achieve optimal equilibrium in the system. The next exercise is intended to create heavy work. This is deep pressure through the joints. As I described in my last video, which if you haven't seen, please check it out, I define proprioception. Proprioception is knowing where your body is in space. So for example, by pressing my palms down into the ground and stepping back high plank, I'm creating deep pressure through the wrists and by engaging the shoulders, the arms, and the shoulders. What this does is provides this deep proprioceptive feedback to the brain. I know where my palms are, I know where my shoulders are, I'm literally grounded. When we perform these exercises, these heavy work exercises, they'll actually provide, if you're hyper aroused, a sense of calm. And equally, if you're a little bit low energy, a lift. When we perform these exercises with the intention to calm or to increase alertness, we achieve it depending on how we perform it. So in yoga, every position that you do, every posture can be done with intention to achieve either a lift or a relaxation. So with a plank, to perform this, press your palms underneath your shoulders, step or hop back into a plank, feet hip-width distance, and bring your belly button in towards your spine. To alert, to increase energy, focus on pressing the floor away from you, lifting the hips in line with the rest of the body, shooting the ankles back, and focusing on holding strong. Versus to calm, focus on the breathing from this position. Focus on inhaling and exhaling in equal measures. So from this position, stay where you are, attempt to hold for up to 30 seconds. And next, step the feet to the outsides of both hands, moving into a deep squat here. If this position is too hard, if you have any ankle, knee, or lower back problems, you can equally come into a comfortable kneeling position. If this isn't too challenging, bring the heels in, toes out. Next, press the elbows to the insides of both knees and press the palms together. Lowering the hips towards the ground and lowering the shoulders away from the ears, focus on pressing the palms together. Similar in plank to pressing the palms into the ground and feeling the proprioception through the wrists and the shoulders, here we're attempting to press the entire surface area of both palms together, feeling that proprioceptive feedback through both hands and through the wrists. So again, redirect, to ignite, to increase alertness. We bring our attention to pressing the palms together and engaging the shoulders by lowering them down away from the ears. Versus to calm, focus on the belly and where it is behind the palms here. Focus on inhaling and filling the belly up. And exhaling and letting the belly deflate. Take an inhale here. And exhale, release. Next we'll come to rocking back and forth along the length of the spine. Come to seated, bring your shins parallel to the floor and grab just behind your knees. As you kick your feet forward towards your face, let yourself fall back onto your back, rocking from your hips all the way to your shoulders. Again, consider your intention. To increase heat here, think about the momentum you can build as you kick your feet back. On the opposite side, to relax, think about the pressure you feel against the floor as you rock back and forth, giving yourself a gentle massage, simply assisted by gravity. When you're ready to do so, come to a comfortable seated position. Again, bringing our palms together, pressing the entire surface area of both palms in towards one another in front of your heart. And if you feel comfortable doing so, gently close your eyes. Take an inhale. And exhale, release. In order to achieve necessary mental, emotional, physical, and sensory alertness and arousal, we have to learn how to provide that to ourselves, how to take the time to know what optimal feels like and how to achieve it. Once we know what we need to be our best and feel our best, we perform better and relax more easily. So take inventory. Get to know your body. Get to know what feels best for you. How can you be your best self? If you notice that you need to balance, perhaps you try alternate nostril breathing. Equally, if you notice that you need a pick-me-up, find a plank, build fire, and ignite heat within. And if you notice that you need to calm, find a plank and focus on the breathing needed to maintain that position, or rock and roll to massage the backside of your body. Know yourself and love yourself. Balance is key, but knowledge is power. From my heart to yours. Namaste.